Disclaimer notice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All information in this video is not based on fact. It is all alleged, based upon my intuition, my opinion, what I believe my tarot cards are telling me. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research, form your own opinions. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards. Good morning, good morning, good morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, whenever you are watching this. Welcome back. Today's video, I am going to be doing what we can expect in 2025. Now, little bit of a warning, this is probably going to be a longer video. Yes, I said it. Okay, typically I say, I hope this is going to be a short one, but no, I already know this is going to be a long one. So, make sure you got your coffee or your beverage of choice, grab a snack, bowl of popcorn, whatever, and sit back and relax, watch, listen. I am going to do an overview of 2025. Then I'm going to break it down by quarters. First quarter would be the first 3 months. Second quarter, second 3 months, etc. Okay. And when I do the overview of 2025, it is going to be what is the major event that's going to happen. And then we'll see if it pops up in a particular quarter. Okay. And while I'm at it, shameless plug, good place to put this in. On December 22nd, 2024, I am hosting a Night with Spirit. I have decided to do this on Zoom. Zoom is more private. Zoom is video conferencing, where we could see each other face to face. Because when it comes to mediumship, can I do it over text? Like in a YouTube video? Sure. But I really wanted to keep it intimate. I really wanted to keep it more private than the general public's eyes, that anybody could find the video. And I am also limiting it to 12 seats. That's it. It is going to start at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All the information's on my website at mysticjenn.com. Also on my community page, if you go over there, there is a direct link to the event itself to register. I do suggest you register as soon as possible. I can't predict whether it's going to fill up or not. But last year when I did this, all my seats were sold out within 2 or 3 days. So once they're sold out, they're sold out. Make sure you read the product description, the event description, the disclaimer in there about, if you book a seat and for whatever reason you can't make it, I apologize. I cannot refund your money for that, because I don't know any better way of putting it, is basically you took a seat that somebody else might have been able to book and attend, and they missed out. So please understand that if you're unable to attend and you book your seat, I cannot refund. Also, make sure, if you have to watch YouTube videos or whatever, make sure you know how to use Zoom. Make sure you know how to make sure your audio is working, your microphone is working. So, all that technical stuff I do not have time to teach, and especially on the night of the event, I can't spend time helping you try to connect. So make sure you have all of that working. Now, with all that said, let's move on to the video. Okay, let's see what's going to be the main event that is happening in 2025. Now, we know that in January, obviously, the inauguration of Donald J. Trump, President-elect, will be happening as well. I'm curious what's going to go on around with that, but this video is not dedicated to that. If the cards want to speak on it, they will. Anyhow, let's see. And then, right after Christmas, I will have January, and we'll get back to the monthly predictions. Okay. Let's see. What do we have going on? The major event, please, Spirit. Okay. The major event, please, Spirit, for 2025. What do we have going on? Ooh, cards are jumping already. For 2025. What is the major thing going on in 2025? Now, there is a possibility it could point out a couple major events. Okay. Let's see what we've got so far. Fake news. Okay. This is something I learned from Trish, because this is the deck that she designed. Fake news could literally be false information coming out, or that could be Donald Trump, because he has this thing always saying fake news, fake news, fake news. Banking and currency. Oh, snap. Experiment or test. Spreading, mutating. Oh, wow. New rules and policies or law. Yeah, I expect a lot of executive orders coming out. Betrayed, backstabbed, worldwide earth. Okay, there is definitely something that is going to happen that is going to not just affect the United States, it's going to have a global effect. Okay, this is the big thing in 2025, a global effect. And it involves our money. Now, I am reading this, fake news. Not so much as Donald Trump. I think it is, part of it's Donald Trump, part of it is not. But I think with this, the big thing is what kind of new rules and policies is Donald Trump going to roll out. Now, we know that he wants to secure our borders. We know he's going to do mass deportations of illegals that are undocumented. I think that there's some things also involving money around him. I know he's cutting back on government and stuff like that. But I think, yeah, that he's putting in some new policies. But I'm putting this here because this card can actually go in with a couple directions. Now, this fake news, worldwide. Where's the fake news? There could end up being some kind of betrayal of some sort. And this betrayal is like some kind of experimental thing. What comes to mind? Could this be the year that they introduce microchips in the hand or whatever? They're in the cards. But there might be something with microchips. And I'm feeling like there could be in the spreading and mutating with the world. It's like Does the American dollar fall flat? Or can Trump recover it of all the damage that happened over the past 4 years? Who knows? But because this is a global thing, this is making me think every country using the same exact currency. One world money is what comes to mind. And it's experimental. And when this rolls out, a lot of people are going to feel betrayed by their government. Doesn't matter what country you're in, but it feels much like there is some kind of global economy thing going on that is experimental, that's going to spread all over the world, and everybody all over the world participating in this. And it feels like the beginning of it. It makes me think of eliminating physical currency. I'm getting some downloads here. I'm feeling like I said, I feel like it's eliminating physical currency. Now, let's see what the tarot wants to say about this. Throw some cards on this. The cards are very, very resistance right now. Almost like I feel like there's going to be pushback by the citizens of each individual country, pushing back on this idea. So let's ask the cards, what can you tell us about this global economy shift? This experiment. What is the world economy experiment? Tell us more information about that. Wow. Is that loud or what? 8 of Swords with the Lovers. The Lovers it doesn't mean a romantic partnership. In this case, it definitely doesn't. It is symbolizing partnering up. It feels like there's going to be 2 countries that are going to lead the way. There's going to be 2 countries that's going to kick this off. This is going to make people feel trapped. Chariot. Yeah, trapped, unable to move anywhere. Hanged Man in the reverse. You know, there's a little bit of tunnel vision. It's like the countries have a one track mind on here. The Hangman in reverse is refusing to see things from different angles, possibly refusing to see the effect it's going to have on the people. And there's some hidden agendas about this money that 2 of Cups in the reverse is, I almost feel like splitting families even. What is this? The Emperor, the leader. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. Juggling, not juggling. Things being thrown off balance. losing equilibrium. There's splits happening. And I want to say there feels like sanctions or punishments happening for those who don't comply. Going back to the microchip thing. And I want to say starting experiments with cashless society. Will a cashless society work and make every country's currency the same? That's what I'm leaning towards, a big event happening around this money situation. Global money, one world money, cashless society globally. And it doesn't feel like it's going to be a good thing. And it almost feels like the new policies, rules and policies around the money, people that go against it and still do trade or whatever, I'm wondering if some people could end up in prison. And I'm seeing this fake news now also as it being put out to the public of this is a great thing. There's no more need. They're going to hype it up of how great it's going to be, where we don't have to worry about currency conversions anymore. When something says whether it is in pounds or euros, something says it's 3 euros, it's 3 euros, or $3. If it's $3 in the United States, it's $3 in Canada or in Japan. The price is the price, and it feels like in some countries, if this goes worldwide, some countries are going to really suffer. Like the ones that do not have a lot of resources. Those people, I don't know how they're going to handle that. So that's why maybe they don't either. That's why this is experimental in 2025. Okay. I want to look at now, let's take a look at January, February, and March. Okay, the first 3 months of 2025, the first quarter. What news events or what can we expect in the first quarter of 2025? January, February, March. Okay, what can we expect? January, February, March of 2025. What is to come? Okay. Prepare and stock up. Tornado winds. The royal family. Cyber attack. Wow. Sun, positive. This is a yes card. Explosive situation. Celebrating success. There's something unclear. We got a yes and a no. That's interesting. Coerced manipulation and corrupt dealings. Okay, that's kind of put this together. First quarter. The royal family could literally be England. Okay, the UK. So you those in the UK, listen up. And I think this is what this is. This is not so much the United States. The UK is really coming to mind here. In this part. This feels like in the UK there's going to be a shortage of stuff. A shortage of supplies, which is going to cause a storm. Okay? Things are very unclear. They will be unclear in the first quarter of the year. And it just feels like, I want to say, a bit of manipulation going on with the citizens of the UK. Allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only, obviously. So that's what I feel for the UK. So there's something going to happen that's going to leave a lot of uncertainty. So the cards are saying, now that you're getting this reading, make sure you are well stocked in supplies, water, food, toiletries, etc. In other places, I think we're going to have, now we have cyber attack and explosive situation. I really want to know more about this, because this could literally be a cyber attack somewhere in the world. I'm thinking United States or this hemisphere. That involves corrupt dealings. Excuse me. This is making me think of, that could be tied in with the finances. I don't see any finance cards here, but it's possible. Or is this simply an attack, like terroristic attack that was orchestrated through some corrupt deals going on, that ends up being successful. However, there seems to be a yes, this is correct, or a positive outcome out of this. I want to know a little bit more about this. What is this cyber attack? Hiding something, very secretive, politicians, government. This could be a revolt, military action. Okay, that answers my question right there. We could potentially see cyber attacks or possibly military action that is an explosive situation. It could be either attacks on the United States, or it could be attacks that the United States are involved in. I'm feeling like a terrorist group, to be honest. I feel like a terrorist group. The positive outcome could mean it might not be as bad as what it seems. It feels like a recovery from it. What is the positive outcome? Okay, there's a controlled narrative and evidence of a scandal. The positive outcome to me is talking about somebody being exposed. Whoever this is that's hiding this with these corrupt dealings, with this cyber attack or physical attack, and it involves the government, it involves military action being taken. It makes me think an attack on the United States and our military taking action. And I keep saying the United States, but this might be elsewhere. It's like the United States is not feeling 100% correct. Could be involving an ally of the United States, that the United States comes to their rescue. It almost feels like a war that United States, it almost feels like there's an attack somewhere and United States military is activated over it. That's what it feels like. Okay. Let me see what this deck may want to say about this. It could be a cyber attack that results in explosive military action, like a military attack as a result of a cyber attack. And whatever this attack is, we're not going to be ready for it. It's going to be a surprise. That's why it's hidden. A deal. This is a deal. This is something that feels like that corrupt dealings. Feels like it feels like a cyber attack that's going to turn into physical over this. But the outcome's going to be a good outcome. Going to get somebody's attention. And the military strike with good intentions is, I think there's going to result in a military strike. And yeah. But the intentions of the strike is good. Good outcome. Okay. And I that goes to a recovery. It's like whatever is stolen through this cyber attack, there's a recovery. And the cyber attack gives the good guys leverage to stop these attacks. Okay. It's almost like, and I'm going to say Donald Trump because he will be president, okay? But it's almost like them saying, Donald Trump's not going to take anybody's shit, okay? He's going to stand up for the victims, the good guys. And it's going to get the attention of the world that the United States is on a comeback and we're not to be messed with. Nor are the United States friends. Okay. I might need this deck. Okay. Now, moving on to April, May, and June. The second half of the year. What do we have coming the second half of the year? Okay, second half of the year. What can we expect from the second half of the year? Now, you gotta keep in mind, there's 100 cards in this deck. And we get a lot of repeating cards quite often. Let's see what we've got here. Banking and currency. Holy shit. I question, with that opening, the overall, the biggest news story, the biggest thing happening in the world for 2025. I said, I wonder if it's going to show up in one of the quarters. There it is. We've got military action going on. Some kind of crisis. Could involve health. We might have multiple things going on here. Hiding something. Let's back up. Tensions escalating. Now this hiding something, I'm not sure where it goes yet, for sure. But we got tensions escalating somewhere with military action. Business tycoon. That goes along with the banking. And the currency. Darkness and outage. The greater good. Okay. Now this is kind of making a little bit more sense. Okay. The first thing is a business tycoon and having something to do with the banking. It's like I think, a well-known business tycoon. And we're going to have to draw cards on that one. And I'm feeling like I have several decks out here. And I'm just going to whichever one feels right for whoever wants to talk. So this is my Magi method that I've had since like 2014 or 2015. Almost 10 years. Okay. The city. Yeah, there's somebody in the public eye who's a business tycoon. Oh, wow. Okay. The business tycoon might be separate from the money. Because what we have here is we have the public. And I was concentrating on this business tycoon here. Handcuffed and home. Somebody in the public eye being arrested at their home. Remember the corrupt dealings? It might have something to do with that. So there's going to be a big arrest in the second quarter. What is this banking and currency? Wow, they really want to speak on this, don't they? Wow. We have a woman who is working hand in hand with somebody in regards to negotiations, and she's trying to soften ruffled feathers because there's a battle. There's a financial battle. I think this has to do with this is definitely having to do with what I saw in the beginning. This one world money, cashless society experiment. There's a woman behind it. And I mean, people are fighting against it with that scourge. They feel betrayed. And she is trying to smooth the feathers. Water into wine could represent a miracle or illusion. Something isn't what it seems. So, there is a little bit of deception coming from this woman in regards to the banking industry, who could be tied to this business tycoon who ends up arrested. So, and we had the scandal. Which is, there might be a banking scandal, folks. Which is very interesting. Now, I do want to do a little bit of counting here, because I want to see what the undertone of this. The undertone of this is the 8 and 2 is 10, 14, and card 14 is the 4 of diamonds, which is cornerstone. Wow. A business tycoon. I'm wondering if that's Elon Musk or Bill Gates, but somebody ends up with their hands tied personally in the public eye. It's like, now, I know that Trump is receiving criticism about Elon Musk. I'm kind of wondering if that's going to backfire on Trump. Okay. Before we dig into this part over here, let me get this tarot deck out. This is a tarot and oracle combined. Kind of want to get a feel for this business tycoon thing. Give me some more information about this person who's a very well-known business tycoon that ends up in handcuffs, who is cornerstone. The cornerstone represents the foundations. Okay. And this makes me wonder if the woman and the business tycoon are husband and wife. That, if there's a correlation there. Skills. 8 of coins. Work. Who's very skilled. Under the same umbrella. This just answered my question. I had the question in my mind. Were they connected? This is telling me that they are. Both of these are connected. The woman and the man. Brain fog. Hazy. Not in the right mind. Oh my God. Maybe they're not husband and wife, but they're connected. Who does that make you think of? Now, this is the second quarter. The first thing I thought of was Biden, but Biden's not going to be in power at that point. Doesn't mean he doesn't have some kind of influence. Release or let go. And we got attachment, surrounded by negative. There's negative energies attached to this person. Okay. They have the skills, and there seems to be some kind of connection to the woman behind the money thing here. Yes, there's an attachment. There is an attachment to that woman. Under the same umbrella. Similar skills. But the brain fog is confusion around this. It's almost like we may not know everything. It's going to be confusing, or the evidence is going to be confusing, because what I get is somebody being handcuffed and arrested, but could also be let go and released. Like I like too much confusion, a lack of evidence around this business tycoon. Okay. I want to have all these cards back in the deck because I also want to take a look at this. Okay. Because with this, I do need to, I want to add these numbers up, get the underlying energy. Okay, now, the Queen is worth, the Jack is 11, that's 12. $12 plus 6 is 18, plus 5 is 23, plus 10 would be 33, 23, 33, right? I'm horrible at math. 33 plus 3 is 36, and 36 plus 8 equals 44. Wow, okay. And the 44th card in this deck is Jack of Spades. Oh my God. Okay, I've got my cheat sheet from the book, the Magi Method book. I'm going to show this. 44 is, if you can see this, 44, the devil. Holy shit, that is evil abound. I'm gonna put this out there, and I'm gonna flat out say it. Somebody even mentioned this in one of my comments, in one of my videos. Mark of the Beast. I just gotta put that out there. That, as soon as I saw that devil, that's exactly what I saw. The devil's reign. And whoever this woman is, she is a disciple of Lucifer himself. This doesn't look good, folks. You know, growing up, well, I have to say late teens and into my 20s, when I got married, my ex-husband belonged to a religious denomination called Apostolics. And they talked about the end times and the mark of the beast. I'm not saying this is the end times, but they talk about the mark of the beast a lot. Okay? And the chips in the hand. That chip in the hand has been talked about for decades. I think we are a step closer in 2025. I think there's going to be some experimental stuff going on. Conflicts happening over a betrayal. I said before, the public's going to feel betrayed over some things happening. And whoever this woman is, she's a socialite, public figure. And centered around negativity. Negativity abounds, right? And she is betraying her followers, her people, and being and lying, flat out lying to our face for the sake of power. And it's going to create conflicts. Release and let go. The release to me in this instance is the reign of Satan, the reign of this woman being released. The impact. Now, I don't know where her origins are. This could even be global. I'm just saying. This could be global. Walking the deck a little bit. It's going to create hardships. And try for the name of exploiting the idea of stability in society. This is her strategy. Trying to sell this. Oh, the perks that you'll receive if you take the chip. But spiking it is an illusion. And there is a warning here about the production of an opportunity that seems really good, but it's to gain control over you. It is good disguised. It is evil disguised as good. That's a lot to swallow with this one. So to me, it looks like, and I'm spending a lot of time on the second quarter because I think that's going to be the big one. That's going to be the big one. So we got those two out of the way. What do we have here again? Darkness, outage, hiding something. What I'm getting here could be another case of quarantine. If you understand what I'm saying. I've been seeing this probably for the past 3 or 4 months as something coming. It just hasn't made it here yet. The timing has been off, but this is saying second quarter. That would make, if you think about it, April, May, June, second quarter, that was the height of the 2020 thing, same exact time of year. And this will be exactly 5 years later. There's something significant about that. Now, let me see if I can get any cards about this health crisis that could be occurring, creating darkness. The darkness to me is seclusion and people being left in the dark, hiding something, hiding. This could even be something being released that we are being kept from. Okay, let me see what this is. Same shit, different day, different year. The hamster wheel is doing the same thing over and over again. The no card is talking about, it's my no, it's that stop card. Going in the wrong direction on that. So the outage may not be a quarantine, but hiding something in the dark. That's us being kept in the dark about something with health crisis issues. So this might not be something being released. Okay, that might not be something being released. But more about the money and finances, a window of opportunity to repeat something. The no card was not about a actual disease or anything like that. We're being kept in the dark about what's going on behind the scenes in the healthcare industry. Wow. I'm going to have a mess of decks to clean up after this. Wow. I'm being called to this deck because I got to see what this is. Let me do some adding here real quick. Okay, 8. Okay, it is going to be 8 and 4 10 plus 10 plus 9, because it comes up to 7. No, that's not right. That's 19. 19 plus 4 is 23. Okay, plus 8 is 31. Okay. This often gives us, this is like the underneath the surface stuff. And card 31 is 8 of clubs, the city, the public. So, why am I not surprised? It is going to affect the general public. What's going through my mind, it has something to do with the healthcare system. That we're being kept in the dark. But the 4-leaf clover is usually a window of opportunity. It ends up being good luck. So, it has nothing to do with a health crisis per se, but I think it has everything to do with the healthcare system, change. This could actually be a positive change that we're being kept in the dark right now. We're not being told about it. I don't know why. Please find me something hidden. I don't know if this deck's going. Taking a risk and finding a new way. Oh, this feels like that there's a risk that is taken that by accident they find some kind of solution to a health problem. And it's by accident. But we're not being told the whole story. That's what I'm confused about. Why aren't we being told the whole story? So this might not be bad. There might be some kind of solution, some kind of cure of some sort 5 years after. Some new way of handling the you know what. The airborne you know what. Not everybody's going to be on the same page about what is best for the American public, but there's some kind of exchange. Oh. That which is in the dark must come to light. There is somebody here, some kind of deception or strategy being exposed about somebody working against the public in the pharmaceutical, big pharma, healthcare. So there's some kind of big story breaking, And it brings me back to 2020. You know, if you're new to my channel, you have to kind of understand my process. As I draw cards, more information, more clarifying, my interpretation could shift about what this is about. Especially with this. You know, the families, the households suffered. And somebody made a hell of a lot of money during 2020. They kind of stole from the people about it, lied to the people, strategized against the people. In the reverse is being exposed. And these cards here is talking about, please find me. That is finding somebody in the midst of this that made a lot of money. And whatever this is, it's like a risk that they took, and they made a lot of money risking American lives. But I feel like this exposure comes by accident. It's almost like the person fucks up and something is revealed. Now, going back to these cards over here, when I was saying that there's going to be like a release again, I thought another one of those health crisis things. The no card came out, which was telling me I was going in the wrong direction. This feels like something that has been going on for a long time, that somebody made a lot of money on, that there's a stroke of luck, that according to these, that which they kept that was hidden in the dark is going to come out and be exposed, because for the greater good, it's going to be exposed. So there's going to be an exposure of something, and my guides are telling me that it is tied into the business tycoon. This is tied into this story somehow. Business tycoon that made a lot of money off of the suffering of other people. Okay, now this one, tension escalating military action. That is making me think of wars, rumors of wars. There might be another attack, or there might be a resume of a war. Let's see what this is. The tensions that are escalating between, I feel, two countries right now. What's coming to mind is Taiwan and China. Okay, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Taiwan and China. Some military action being taken, creating tensions, escalating tensions. We got a woman there. Feminine. Jacob's ladder. Woman handcuffed. Okay. We have tensions escalating over this banking industry that she was involved in. Handcuffed, Jacob's ladder, looking up, climbing out of a hole that she created. This tension's escalating. There could be, I don't know. This may even be completely different from this. I feel like I'm going down the wrong path with this again. I think that I wonder if there is going to be somebody held captive. Because tensions escalating around a female. Could be a reporter who might be in a hole somewhere, locked up somewhere, handcuffed. What else can you tell me about this? Make this make sense with this military act. This makes me think of a rescue. That's what this is making me think of, rescuing a woman. Wow, okay. Mercury is movement, it's communication, it's transportation. Incubus, succubus is, it's bad. It's like, it's the energy vampire. It's like the narcissist. Heart. 3 black birds is talking, negotiating, an angel. Okay. That's what this is. This is a rescue operation. There might be somebody held captive somewhere in a foreign country. Okay. And this person is held in a hole somewhere and handcuffed. This is a hostage situation, and it's a female. And this is somebody that there's a lot of love that's going to go out to this woman. Definitely not the same woman here. No, this is somebody else. I'm feeling more like an influencer, reporter, something like that. This is talks and negotiations going on that take a bad turn. It's like they get nowhere. But somebody steps in with military action and acts like an angel. It's like this woman's saving grace. I'm not sure who that is. That could be the United Nations themselves, multiple countries, co-op or PSYOP operation. But there's a rescue mission that's going to be going on. I'm not saying that there's not going to be tensions and military action between Taiwan and China, but my attention is shifting over to Iran. Recently, I guess the hostages were being released, but I think there's still somebody left behind that has not been accounted for. That's what I'm getting. That there's still somebody left behind that has not been recovered yet. And we don't, as a public, don't know about it. It seems like very top secret. Oh yeah, we left somebody behind, but we're going to go in and get her. Feels like a female. She may have been kept... That's it. I was just told. She was kept separate from all the other hostages. So, if I just want to do the 2 rows to get 2 underlying energies. 5, 2 is 7. 7 and 12. Queens are 12, right? Yep, they're 12. Is 19. Plus 1 is 20. 5 of spades, roadblock. Okay. That is telling me for sure that she was separated from the main group of hostages. So, when the hostages were or are being released, She is not with them because she is separate. This almost makes me think about someone that maybe the military doesn't even know about. Then there's these but they will find out about it, and there's negotiations. There's a PSYOP operation to go in and get her. It's almost like a family reports her missing. Hey, where's my wife? Where's my daughter? Where's my sister? Okay. Now we have 3 and 9 is 12. 12 and 6 is 18. 18 and 11 is 29. It's kind of funny. We have okay, that's 29, which is the 8 of Hearts, water in the wine, something not as it seems, being a little bit of deception. I'm going to take it as, because the other thing about water in the wine is when it came out before, I said sometimes it could be a miracle. There's going to be some kind of miracle, miraculous rescue of this woman. So this is more of a positive, upbeat thing. Okay. I told you this was going to be long. We're over an hour. That second quarter is probably the biggest one of the whole year. Let's move on to the third quarter, which would be July, August, September. Okay. Wow, what a second quarter. Okay. Let's get into the third quarter. Okay. What can we expect in the third quarter? What's going to be going on in the third quarter? Doesn't look like a whole lot in the third quarter. Future time. Okay. Cyber attack, fake news, food shortage, controlled puppet, and future time. So this is definitely futuristic. What this feels like is a controlled narrative. Something here, and fake news is making me think of reporting on a cyber attack that is fictitious. I'm getting a fictitious cyber attack that is meant to control the public. And in the future, I think this is going to be past the third quarter, but it's setting something up here that could create a food shortage. So this is making me think that this is going to be more towards September, more towards the end of the third quarter, that there could be something here about controlling a narrative that it's almost like, we have a cyber attack, food prices are going to go up, and people scrambling to get their food before the prices go up, creating a shortage in the future, probably going into October. Okay, that's kind of the vibe I get. And it's going to be like saying, oh, this banks were attacked or something like that, and it's fake. It's like fake news. In this case, I'm not feeling that fake news is Trump. I'm feeling more of it is literally some kind of fake narrative that is put out there. So it looks like the third. It looks like the third quarter is going to be pretty quiet. But we do have the ruler, we do have the hamster wheel, and we have the sun that came out. Now, the sun is something bright that illuminates something that is repetitive, and the ruler. This is making me think of Trump being the fall guy of a cyber attack. It's like, once again, Trump is going to be under attack and blamed for this. And for some reason, I'm being drawn to bring out this other deck. I knew I was supposed to put this one aside for now. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's see what this underlying energy is. Now, this is a 13 and 10, which is 23, 24. Card 24 is the Six of Spades, Incubus, Succubus. This is making me, it's like Trump getting blamed for draining the economy. That instead of change, it's the same old shit. He's going to get blamed for something. And it's going to be reported as a cyber attack that Trump did not protect us from. And it's going to create food shortages, higher prices. So, man, that man can't get a break. Now, no, I'm debating on if I'm going to have comments turned on or off on this video. If I see derogatory or really negative comments towards myself or other users, you will get banned, and I will turn comments off. If I even have them on to begin with. Okay. I might turn them on temporarily just to see how the comments go. Okay, what else can you tell us about this? Good luck and prosperity. Relinquish. Power given away. Are they going to try to oust Trump out of office? The fake news is about the cyber attack and that the economy is going to shit, when in actuality, the economy is going to be thriving. The relinquish of power. Memory or past. And new ideas. I'm going to say this. Mood swings, extreme emotions. This is making me think of I'm hearing one way or another we're going to get Trump. We're going to be in a place in the third quarter where the economy is going to start thriving. Then there's going to be news of this cyber attack that is fake, it doesn't really happen, which is going to cause a food shortage and retailers to raise their prices based on fake news. And this is the idea of some opponents of Trump's in order to regain power and make our current administration and even other people in Congress look bad. Next change is going to make changes in the household, affecting families, because somebody has an idea, a certain agenda to try to make Trump powerless and make him a fall guy for something. Beginning, new start, leveling up, and knowledge. This is somebody's idea to level up and regain power somehow. The knowledge is there's more information that will come out later on. And I feel like I said, I feel this is towards the end of the third quarter of 2025. Beginning of a new idea of how we can regain power. And sorry but not sorry, this is the Democrats, because they're not going to have power or control. They want to regain control. Four of Cups, not happy. Lovers, not happy with the current team, the current administration. I'm hoping this turns around. But this is a scheme, and it all starts with putting out some fake news. So keep that in mind when this comes around, that it's all fake news. Anything else? Knight of Cups in the reverse. Selfishness. Not feeling the love. And I don't feel like Trump is in the wrong. I feel like there's fake news put out about him. Oh. Let's hope something changes. We need to start praying. Because we have somebody, an executive here, who wants out. This might be more than what Trump can handle. And walking away from the situation. He wants out, wants to abandon this, wants to walk away. This could be a time where maybe Vice President steps in, a renewal, the Star, a renewed hope, acquisition, obtain, or gain. There is hope of an acquisition here. This could actually be Trump getting ready to walk away from the presidency, giving it over to his vice president, but there's some new hope of him regaining his reputation. And I want to know, I kind of want to say staying in power, because there's going to be somebody, people maybe encouraging him to stay, that finding value in him. Under the people on his team, under the same umbrella, trying to encourage him not to give up. And there will be improvement. So I think this is another storm that Trump is going to go through. And there's going to be a desired information that comes through. I'm feeling like maybe the lies being exposed, that gives a new ray of hope on Trump's reputation. Okay, so that's going to be the big thing happening in the third quarter, in the news. I just had to dig a little bit to get see what this is what's all about. Especially with it starting with fake news. It starts with somebody out for vengeance. They really want to get him out of office. They almost get their wish. But it looks like the opposition's not going to get their wish. Okay, now, the latter part of the year. October, November, December. Now, I am expecting to see similar energy, because I feel this happening in the latter part of this third quarter. And I think there's going to be a carryover into the fourth quarter. But let's see how we end on 2025. Let's see how we end on 2025. What can we expect October, November, December, fourth quarter of 2025? I'll put one more pass. This deck may not want to talk about the later half, or last quarter. We don't have any cards trying to come out. Interesting. Let's try the tarot. That deck did not want to talk about that. So that deck has nothing to say about the second half. Maybe it's because it's a carryover from the fourth quarter. That whole shitstorm that's going to happen around Trump is going to be the second half of the year. Like most likely a pretty quiet third quarter till the very end. Then something happening. And I'm just going to walk the deck to see. Because I am feeling like this deck is going to talk. So, okay. Let's see what we get. Ace of Wands in the reverse. A failed plan. Four of Cups in the reverse. We had that in the last quarter. Four of Cups. But in the reverse, okay? This is a failed plan, that acknowledgement of a failed plan. In the upright, usually it's overlooking something not desired, but I think this is something that is desired for a certain plan to fail, which involves Eight of Cups, walking away. That's Trump. He was going to walk away, but it feels like maybe he starts the process but returns. Sun in the reverse. That's making me think a failed plan to expose something about Trump, that fake news, Five of Swords with the Death card. So the ending of this bullying, it's like the bullying of Trump, and even the American people. This is underhandedness. And with the Death card, it's coming to an end, but it's going to change things. It's going to transform things. Eight of Wands. And the World in the reverse. This is not worldwide. I feel this is United States. But we are, it's like, not quite over. But we're moving forward. We're pushing past this. The World in the reverse is not a successful completion. Something's not over. And we're moving forward. So this is saying to me that in the last quarter, I feel like the energy from the third quarter moving into the fourth quarter, and then as the fourth quarter, as we wind up the end of the year, his presidency is not going to end, and we're going to be moving forward rather quickly. Five of Cups, recovering from an economic downfall. Nine of Wands, resilience, standing up to fight again. So he's not abandoning his followers, and as a nation, we're going to start seeing improvements. Remember that improvement card? Things improving. Well, we're going to see results of that, of things improving in the third quarter. Magician in the reverse with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. We don't have to, this is like the nightmare coming to an end about all the negative manipulation that was going on. Ace of Swords. Eight of Swords. Somebody's going to jail. Wow. The truth coming out about that whole fake news. Somebody's going to jail over it. Because I think it involves some, maybe it has to do with a cyber attack or an attempt, market manipulation. That was illegal. Somebody's going to jail as a result. This seems positive to me. It seems like we are going to have there's going to be a rough 6 months going on between the second and third quarter. A lot going on. But things are going to be calmer by the end of 2025. I was going to say, you have more than one card to say. One more pass. Okay. I see some positive things here. Okay, that's all that this deck has. We have Jacob's Ladder and a man. Player, cup overfloweth, the yes, and an angel. Wow. We have a man who's going to be playing his cards right, doing all the right things. And the hole that America found themselves in over that fake news, finally going to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Cup overflowing, that's abundance coming through. And somebody being an angel. This feels like God's saving grace. This feels like the man comes in and saves the day. And this is a yes. And this is I'm sorry, you don't like Trump, he's going to look like an angel by the end of the year. He looks like the devil third quarter. By the end of the fourth quarter, he's going to smell like a rose. He's going to look like an angel. And somebody who started this bullshit is going to go to jail. Now, as always, I like to do the numbers. The king is Jack 11, 12 is 13. So we do 13, and then we have Jack is 11. That brings us to 24. 24 plus 5 is 29. 29 plus 10 is 39. And 39 plus 11 is 50. Then we have 59. Now, if I would have added both rows up in the last spread, it would have ended up as 59. Okay? 59, there are not 59 cards in this deck. So, the way that the numbering works is when you get to a number higher than 54, you reduce the number. So 59 is 5 plus 9 equals 14. 14 is the 4 of diamonds or the cornerstone. If you don't believe me, there it is right there. Look at number 14, the cornerstone. So, that the cornerstone represents stability and a foundation. And in the last spread, we had the new beginnings. So, I think the real improvements that we are going to see is going to happen in 2026. Because this is just the beginning. We are going to start seeing financial improvements, absolutely. And I feel that it's being delayed because of some asshole who wants to put out fake news, fake narrative, and set Trump up for a fall. And it feels like their plan is definitely going to fail. So, I think we're in for a ride in 2025. But not all is lost. It's going to end on a good note as we wind up 2025. Okay, this is what I have for you. I know this is a long one. I warned you in the beginning. This was going to be a long one. So, then after Christmas, I'll come out with January's predictions. And we're going to see where things line up at in the bigger scheme of things. Okay, I love you all, and I am going to drop the mic.